Hi, and welcome back to Elden Ring. This is part 16 of our initial run through the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Now, I'm just saying this very quickly, as this part was initially going to be just a little update, because I found an area that was previously inaccessible, but I can now gain access to. And I thought this was going to be like 10-15 minutes. It turned out it was like 55. So that's why it's getting its own part, but why it didn't have a normal introduction. So I'm doing this after the fact. But with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, so I didn't find Talia. What I did find is this. At the Fissure at the very, very bottom. This thing is now gone. So we can now head into here. And Stone Coffin Fissure. This looks very cool. I have no idea how much time this is going to take. And I reset the timer, so I don't know how long this part is going to go on for, so... Whoops. But... still. We're doing it, I think. Alright, so we can go down... or we can go this way. And I'm gonna go this way first. See what's here. Congealed putrescents. I was about to say, kind of weird that there's silver tier husks here. But it seems like it's a tad bit different. Hi there. So you can pause and read that if you want. I'm going to continue on. That looks like an enemy. That is an enemy. What is it? Oh, it's one of these things. As I've said before, those things feel very underwhelming. It feels like they should be more powerful than they are. I do see that they have St. Trina's stuff on them, though. Like, sleep. So they can put you to sleep. So, that might make them a bit more dangerous offensively. But the offense part is not what I was concerned about. In terms of them being underwhelming. They have, like, no poise. Because simple R1 spam can stun lock them. This is gonna break. Didn't get to finish my sentence, but I knew it was gonna happen because it looked slightly different and there was nowhere else to go. But yeah, it's so easy to just R1 spam them. And they don't have that much health. Now, I was about to say, they might be more of a threat when there's multiple. And I can definitely see it for people not using a greatsword. Because, mind you, when I say, hey, this thing is too easy, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. But yeah, if something is easy for me in this game, chances are it's not because I'm some just absolute god gamer, because I'm not. Not even close. Chances are it's because greatswords are busted. And I really hope they don't get nerfed, because I heavily rely on them because they're overpowered and I'm not that good of a player. But still. Greatswords overpowered. I hope they never get nerfed. We can talk to this guy. Kindly make a law. I see you've thrown away something you should not have under any circumstances. How will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved when you cannot even save your other self? Alright, so he's saying you shouldn't have thrown away St. Trina. Okay. Scedutree Fragment. Card words coalesce. I abandon here my love. Okay. I don't remember which patch it was, but I remember in one of the updates, they actually buffed greatswords. Specifically, they buffed how fast the guard counter comes out. And that really threw me off. Also, it looks like we can go this way or that way. That way looks like the main way, so we're gonna go here first. But that really threw me off because great sword, great shield, guard counter, very overpowered combo. And then they buffed it. Like, it was overpowered before. And then they went, yeah, sure, we can make it even stronger. And as someone who uses great sword, great shield, guard counter combo, I appreciate it. I don't know if we can survive this. Okay, we can. But as someone who uses that combo, I appreciate the thing that I use getting buffed. However, it really didn't need a buff. Because great swords by themselves already very powerful. Throw in great shields, even more powerful. Throw in guard counters, overpowered. Alright, so I want to get away from the enemies before looking at the weapon. So we can look at it here. So it's a straight sword. Does skills off of dex and then a tiny bit of strength and intelligence. Does physical and magic damage. Causes eternal sleep buildup. Silver Sword of St. Trina, now stained the color of velvet, inflicts eternal sleep. When St. Trina was abandoned, the faint light purple mist coalesced into an intoxicating deep purple cloud. Unique skill. Mist of Eternal Sleep. Releases a velvety purple mist that spreads across a wide frontal area. Afflicts foes with eternal sleep. Thought I heard something. Well, they give a decent bit. But also, they're not aggressive, so... just gonna leave them be. And... before this... it was a pretty... good-sized part. Like, if I don't edit anything down, it was like 59 minutes and 40 seconds. And so, if this goes on for like over 30, 35 minutes, I might just have this be the next part. And so, if there's no normal so rude. Like, after killing the first guy, I said, hey, these guys aren't being aggressive, so I'll just leave them be. And then you're gonna come out here and shoot me like that? That is honestly so incredibly rude. You can die. Alright, so there's a guy up there. So we should get up there and take him out before continuing on. I was about to say, he's on this one, right? And now you might think, hey, that was a really stupid idea to just tank those to the face, instead of just rolling like a normal person, which is very easy to do. And you'd be correct in that. However, counterpoint, I'm full health. Like, simple as that, just I'm full health. It do be that simple. So, like, people say that Elden Ring is hard. People say the DLC is hard. Those people just don't use greatswords, I'm telling you. It's like, just... Blasphemous Blade, you don't even need to use the skill. Just it being a greatsword and having HP regen is enough. Then Icon Shield, Blessed Do Talisman, Taker's Cameo. That's all you really need, and just... you can just tank explosions to the face, and you'll be fine. Like, good armor set, Dragon Crest, great shield talisman. Those also help. They do make things easier. But You really don't need anything more besides those 4 HP regen things. Like, those 4? I knew the explosion was going to hit me, but I didn't want to go flying off the edge, because HP regen is not going to save you from that. So I rolled this way, knowing that I was going to get hit, but knowing that I wasn't going to be sent off the edge. Because of it. So. Yeah. Another set of grace. Oh, is Thalia down here somewhere? Because I do kind of need him. I don't really need him alive, but I would prefer to have him alive. I just need to find his body. Like, realistically. That's all I really need. I mean, more accurately, I need his bell bearing. Hi. Oh, that's a big skeleton. Never mind, they look big. He looked big because he had the high... I'm sorry, did they just drop 14k? Alright, he had to have the, like, golden eyes. That drops more runes. Yeah. I was gonna say, if I can 4-shot an enemy and have them give 14k, then that's too much. Like, obviously I'll take it, but that's too much. I probably don't need to kill you, but I'm going to kill you. Because I need to know what you got going on here. I need to know if you're hiding something. You're probably not, but I need to know. Oh, hi. I see you brought in the small fries to help you out here. Typical goop monster, whatever you are. Typical of you to bring in allies. 7 smithing stone 8. Wow. Alright, don't follow me up here. I have to respect the 1v1. Alright, so you're glowing, which means that you're immune to all status effects. Alright, so... I started it off very poorly. However, great sword, great shield, guard counter, OP. Multi-layered rings of light. Alright, so this takes 36 faith and 23 FP. Fires a multi-layered golden ring of light that continuously inflicts damage. Incantation of those who served Mikola. Produces a multi-layered ring of golden light and fires it forward, inflicting continuous damage to those struck by it. Charging increases potency. The light ring incantation was cultivated by a tradition separate from Golden Order fundamentalism. Okay. So we do have the faith to test that out. Don't really have the FP to test it out, but We have the faith to test it out. And I'm not going to do that right now, but sometime in the possible near future, we may perhaps test it out. I'm assuming that's eternal sleep, and they're just hanging out. See, memorize spell, multi-layered rings of light. Or ring. It's a singular ring. Also, we can heal, or level up. 1750 HP. So, I'm thinking right now we're going to get health to 60. And then we're probably gonna go back to leveling up dex. And this is probably leading up to a boss. Because this very much feels like a build up to a boss. Because there's a Site of Grace, there was a summoning pool, and then there's just a straightforward walk. Oh, please, grant me the courage to fly to your feet, my dearest Saint Trina. This, yeah, Twiggy cracked here. If we drop down here and live, and a boss health bar pops up, and it says Saint Trina, I would not be okay with that. Although the further I fall, the more I think that's what's going to happen. This looks like a boss arena. Summon Thalier. Alright, so we can sip our physic after. Thalier summoned as a cooperator. We can summon Mimic Tier. What? Alright, so not Saint Trina. But also you get a horse and we don't. And I'm not sure if that's fair or not. I held down the button rather than pressing it. Also, you goop. Oh, fire. Also, Jesus Christ. That was... Okay. Ooh. Thalier is really not being helpful right now. Like, I'm pretty sure that I've healed more times than Thalier has attacked. There we go. You finally got some attacks off. So you don't roll that, you jump it. Good to know. Not a big fan of how hypermobile they are. Because it's a lot of standing around. Kinda waiting for him. He was one, possibly 2 hits from death. Tragic. Yeah, really not feeling this boss. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big fan of hypermobile bosses. It's the same thing with, like, the Knight's Cavalry, where I have a big problem with Knight's Cavalry, where it's like, alright, they run away, and then you stand there, and then they run away, and then you stand there, and then they run away, and then they stand there, and then they come back, and then you get one swing off. And that's it. And that's how it is on foot. And then if you do it on horseback, then it's they run away and you chase them and 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 they run away and you chase them. And it's like, alright. But there's no fun in that. Like, there's no fun for me, at least. Because I don't get enjoyment out of chasing a boss or standing around for 7.5 years. Waiting for the boss to show up. And they're doing the Elden Ring thing of have the weirdest, most unnatural timings. Which I understand why they do it. They do it so that way you can't just intuitively roll. Which is a reason. It makes sense. But in my experience, it kind of takes away from the fun. Because you have to just, like, hyper fixate on the timings. Rather than the flow of the boss. And so you can't really enjoy the fight nearly as much. In my experience. So, Putrescent Knight dead. 220,000 runes and remembrance of the Putrescents. Remembrance of the Putrescent Knight hewn into the Scedutree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used in a great bounty of runes. All tainted flesh eventually becomes putrescent, and this clump of it imbibed St. Trina's nectar, which granted it eternal rest. And so it was that Putrescence became her knight. Alright, so I can see the boss, I can see their appeal. Not a fan. for two reasons. One, again, the hypermobility means that you spend more time just standing around waiting for them to come to you, or just sprinting after them, but they're faster than you, so it doesn't do anything besides waste your stamina. And two, the off-kilter timing that Elden Ring is so addicted to, which, again, I understand the reason for, but I feel like it would be a lot better if a few bosses did it. Like, if Margit did it, and Moog did it, then, like, it'd be good. And I do enjoy, at the very least, how Margit does it, because it seems like it's part of his character. But when every boss does it, then it just gets really tiring. It's, in a sense, it's kind of like a gimmick, where if you have one gimmick boss, then it's good and unique and interesting and it throws things off. But if every boss is a gimmick fight, then it really starts to wear down. Like, it really starts to get to you, and you really start to feel it. And it just becomes increasingly less and less and less fun.
Don't see.
And that's what that feels like to me. Right. But this, you can get a strength arcane based great axe with physical magic damage and frost buildup. Also, it requires strength arcane and dex to wield. A weapon wielded by the Putrescent Knight, a great cleaver of hardened putrescence, I don't know what that word even means, affixed to an arch fashioned from human bone. Gains power from the wielder's arcane attribute. Unique skill, Spinning Guillotine. So that's the spinning attack that he did towards us. Hold the putrid blade at both ends and arch body backward to deliver a powerful overhead chop. Repeated inputs deliver follow-up attacks for as long as stamina allows. A strong attack performs a leap followed by a spinning attack. Or you can get the sorcery Vortex of Putrescence, which takes 32 intelligence and 26 faith, and it takes 29 FP. A sorcery used by the Putrescent Knight launches a whirl of putrescent jets that explode shortly after impact and bathe the arena in ghost flame, which is another attack he did. In an age long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. Alright, so I don't think I've ever seen a strength arcane build, but if someone does that, then this could be interesting. And for people doing, like, death builds that have both source or intelligence and faith, that could be good. Neither of them really fit my build. So I can see the reward being good, just not what I'm after. Or not useful to me, I should say.
Oh, Trina, what velvety ambrosia is this? Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice. Hello. Thank you for your help. Without it, I wouldn't have seen St. Trina again. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison. Soon, I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long. Oh, I almost forgot. You mustn't follow my example. St. Trina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me, and only me,
greedy much.
I am gone, adrift in sleep, so that I may hear St. Trina's lost voice. Let me be. I won't be long. I am gone, so that let me be.
So hopefully when we reload the area, he'll... Yeah. But St. Trina's Cookbook 3, Lolling Branch. And you can read that if you want. A lolling branch slowly builds up sleep while gradually restoring FP. Huh. Okay. I'm assuming that thing in the middle is St. Trina. Oh, we can talk. Imbibed nectar. I don't know what this is gonna do, but sure or not. I doubt that it would, like, perma-destroy your character. You died. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I doubt that it would put you to sleep and then you're just stuck there forever. I highly doubt the game would do that. Like, FromSoft is punishing, they're not that punishing.
I am gone, so that let me be. I am so that let me be.
Okay. Oh, Saint Trina. It even said it. Saint Trina. So, I don't know if we're missing something or if we have to continue on or it's just going to be like this.
I am God so that I may hear, so let me be.
No, this one. Here. Alright, so... good progress. We found the Fissure. We were able to make our way all the way through into the depths. We beat the Putrescent Knight. Don't know what that word means or how to pronounce it. We got Multilayered Ring of Light. We got the ability to craft the Lolling Branch. Salier finally got his desire.
I am so that let me be.
And we met Saint Trina. Oh, she's got a head there. I didn't realize that she had a face. I did not realize that at all. I thought that that was her face. But she's got a face. Cool. So we have to do it. We have to see what we turn into here. A stone statue of a bull. A stone statue of a bull. Stalagmites, stalactites, I don't know the difference. Bones. Okay. I said that I needed Thalier's body, but I can't attack, and he's not selling. So, like I said, I just need him to die.
I am so that let me be.
And reloading the area isn't killing him, so... But... I think we can imbibe the nectar, and then we can end this one. We got pretty good progress. Like I said, not a fan of the boss, but they weren't bad. It's like if I had to rank them based off the initial interaction there, I would say that they're like low C tier, which for me, C is okay. Where it's not a boss that I look forward to, but not a boss that I would rather not be in the game, I suppose would be the best description of it. And so, like I said, initial reaction, I would have that boss be low C tier, which probably, at least out of the bosses that I've fought so far, I would say that's the lowest ranking that I would give the bosses that I've seen so far in the DLC. But still not bad. Just, it has two major problems, at least for me and what I want out of a boss. So, the area, decent, not great, but decent. The boss, not a fan, but I don't think it's bad. And St. Trina does look very cool. This is an incredible visual design. But we're gonna do this because I absolutely love this. And with that being said, yeah.
Grant me more of your poison, that I might drift further into sleep. Perhaps then you'll grace me with your voice.
So I stopped recording and I ran over to grab my runes, and he said St. Trina before I hit the record button again. So.
Please, leave me alone. Please.
So we have to keep doing it because we got new dialogue from him. And I want to see this through to the end. I do like that laying animation. Just the drop down, how your character lays there. Looks nice. Also love the instant death.
Please. Please.
Again. Like, there's gotta be more to this. There's no way you just get locked out of Thalier's, like, merchantness. We've gotta be able to get at least his bell bearing. Possibly his armor set too.
Mikhail, stop. Don't turn the poor thing into a god.
Saint Trina spoke. Ooh. So we just had to keep dying. That's what I got from that.
Please.
Pass on Saint Trina's words. Yes.
I'll thank you not to lie to me. I am the chosen, not you. Only I can doze off in the sea of St. Trina. Why would you hear her voice when I cannot? If you should utter these cruel untruths to me again, I won't be held responsible for my actions.
Bro called us a liar. But I'll do it.
Please, enough. I cannot believe your cheek. And I will stand for it no longer.
Oh, I thought he was gonna get up. I was so ready to pull my sword out. Just stab him in the throat. I was ready for it.
I will never forgive you. I will never.
I don't care.
I will.
Like, my guy, you're just laying there. I'm actually imbibing the nectar. Putting it on my eyeballs. Falling asleep. Dying. You're just laying there. Like, maybe if you were a little bit proactive, maybe you'd hear...
It would be Michaela's prison. A caged divinity is beyond saving.
I'm telling you, maybe if you were a little bit proactive.
I will never forgive you. For your trespass, you will know my poison.
My runes. Hey there, bud. Alright, so I know that I've been going with the Blasphemous Blade a lot. But I feel like we should give this weapon a bit of love. Because...
Why did you mislead me? Such strength, but for what?
Should have just listened to me. Oh, that's a deadly poison, I believe. Alright, so two things. One, he should have bleed me. Two, he gave 0 runes. Oh. So this is a talisman. Sleep in the vicinity increases attack power. A talisman depicting a smiling Saint Trina. A vision conjured deep within a certain man's heart. Raises attack power when sleep is triggered in the vicinity. Only I am allowed to know of your velvety sleep. Its sweetly gentle embrace. So please smile for me and only me. And it looks very cool. But also, we didn't get a bell bearing. And it's not here. Oh. That's probably why.
You. I was no good to anyone. Beginning to end. Weak as a kitten, and thick as 2 planks. I suppose dying in disgrace is fitting, in a way. Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did St. Trina tell you?
Well, she gave me even more words, so I can tell you the ones I said before and the new ones. But also, you've been useful to me because... your concoction is very, very good. I like it a lot.
Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did Trina tell you?
Alright, so we probably have to imbibe some more nectar before we can actually tell him. I don't know why Elden Ring does this, making you reset the area several times. Or do like a bunch of back and forth. Because... Words?
You must kill Mikilla. Grant him forgiveness.
Alright. Two things. One, the same thing happens with Hugh and Roderica. Two, not something I think I can do because the killing Mikla part. Because this is absolutely one of the best visual designs in FromSoft history. But outside of granting death, you're not really useful. In fact, keeping Thalia captive like this has been a bit of a hindrance. Whereas Lita wants Mikula alive, and Lita is useful and cool. Which, Saint Trina, cool, but Lita, useful and cool.
Tell me, please. Assuming you spoke the truth back then, what did... you are a wretched, wretched soul. A nightmare come to plague me. Such a thing couldn't possibly be. Could it? Trina, please let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber. Trina, let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber. In
my guy, just saying. All you have to do is imbibe the nectar like 10 times. Pour it on your eyes. Fall asleep. Die. Not that hard, honestly. But also, I'm just passing on her words. How could I be the nightmare here?
You must kill Mikilla. Grant him forgiveness.
So originally I was going to have the Fissure be an extension of the last part, where we went through here and talked to the NPCs, but then this went on for way longer than expected, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna turn this into its own part. But also, I thought that this was just going to be like a few extra lines of dialogue. But no, it just keeps going. Which, I like the lore, but man, it keeps going. Oh, we can't drink this. Oh, we also don't have the thing for it. I was gonna drink it for Twiggy Cracked Ear, as to not lose our runes. Although, I don't think I read anything about it in the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure that they nerfed how long that goes on.
You must kill Mikhail. Grant him forgiveness.
Because I used to be able to take on pretty long-lasting boss fights with Twiggy Cracked here, die and still get my runes back. But here, died against Bale, didn't get them back. Died against this boss, didn't get them back. And so I think they nerfed how long Twiggy Cracked here stays active, and I do not appreciate that. Alright. We can imbibe the nectar, and if there's no change, then I'm just gonna end it once we hit the ground.
You must kill Mikhail. Grant him forgiveness.
Actually, now that I think about it, this probably isn't the end. It's just that we have to kill Mikola, then come back. So as I say that, we're going to do this one more time, then we're going to end it. So this part went on a lot longer than I thought, a lot longer than I had hoped. So sorry about that, but yeah.